What is the saddest thing that happened to you that you never shared with others before? My parents murdered me. Not literally. I was always their golden girl. Top of my class, gold medalist in college, the perfect Indian daughter everyone wished they had. Then I met him during my final year. He wasn't wealthy, but his dreams made me feel alive for the first time. He was from a neighboring state. Not a dramatic difference, but to my parents, he might as well have been from another planet. Their people can't be trusted, my mother would say, though she'd never met a single person from his community. He has no stability. Love won't feed you, my father lectured daily. For 2 years, we fought for our relationship. My mother's weapon was silence. Complete communication blackout. My father's was endless lectures about how I was throwing my life away. As I approached 25, their tactics turned desperate. Soon you'll be too old. No good man will want you. Think of the shame we'll face in our community. My cousin just got engaged to a doctor. What will people say about us? I'd love to say I stood strong, but years of conditioning broke me. I started believing them. Maybe they were right. Maybe I was being selfish. The night I ended things with him, he didn't argue. He just looked at me with those eyes that always saw through me and said, "You're making this choice because you think it will make you happy someday. I hope you're right." I wasn't right. One rainy evening shortly after, I was driving home from work when I stopped at a traffic light. I noticed a family huddled under a tattered sheet on the pavement. They had nothing. No car, no fancy clothes, no degrees, yet they were laughing. The father making silly faces at his children. The mother leaning against his shoulder, smiling despite being soaked. From my luxury car with heated leather seats, I realized they had something I'd just thrown away. Genuine love and connection. But it was too late. My parents had my entire future mapped out. When I mentioned wanting to be a teacher, my father scoffed, "With your brain, only failures become teachers." Instead, I was installed in my father's company with a fancy title, but no real purpose. I watched my dreams disappear with each meaningless signature. Then came the marriage market. If you haven't experienced an arranged marriage process, imagine being a product on display. Your qualifications and family background are your selling points. Your desires, completely irrelevant. They found him, the perfect match on paper. 2 prestigious degrees, wealthy family, same caste, same city. The wedding was extravagant. Everyone commented on how beautiful I looked. No one noticed I hadn't smiled once. To outsiders, my life seemed perfect. Successful career handed to me, handsome, wealthy husband, big house in the right neighborhood, but behind closed doors, I was living with a monster. It started with small criticisms about my cooking, my appearance, my achievements. Gold medalist? My university was much more competitive than yours. Soon, he was deliberately humiliating me in front of his colleagues. The bedroom became another battleground where pleasure was about his power and my humiliation. The worst part? I believed I deserved it. I had broken someone's heart who truly loved me. This was my punishment. For 2 years, I lived this nightmare while smiling in every family photo. I became an expert at hiding the bruises that no one could see, the ones that mark your soul. After countless sleepless nights, I finally filed for divorce. The process was brutal. Relatives calling to tell me I was making a terrible mistake. My mother refused to speak to me for months. Only my brother and, surprisingly, my father stood by me. For 4 years, I've lived alone, finally teaching at a small school where I make less money but wake up without dread. Last week, my phone rang, a number I still know by heart. "I bought you a birthday gift card every year since we broke up," he said after telling me about his life. 8 years worth. My wife found them before she died. She asked who they were for. His voice cracked. I told her about the only woman I never stopped loving. 8 birthdays, 8 cards, 8 years of silent devotion while I lived someone else's version of perfect. My parents murdered who I could have been.